trend. You tuning again to another exclusive video. I just want to talk about this topic because it's like I'm noticing it everywhere I go now. Like out here where I stay at here in Arizona in the United States, like I've noticed that a lot of guys are not approaching women anymore. They are ignoring women now. You know what I mean? And I've also noticed it when I've visited other places too. Like if I go to another city or something, I see like the same things happening. And at first I didn't want to believe it. You know, I thought it was just this phenomenon or something, but it's something that's actually really happening every day, everywhere. And I think I know why. And I'm about to tell you in this video. But yeah, men are not approaching women anymore, and they are literally ignoring women, ignoring them. Okay, and I see this when I go hang out places. I see this even at my own gym. You know, I even see it at my gym. Like you got chicks working out, and the guys are just working out too, and the guys ain't even, you know, it ain't even hollering, ain't trying to hit on them or nothing. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because it seemed like once upon a time it was like normal to see a guy trying to, you know, get to know a woman. You know, it was acceptable. You know, it was common to see like guys like walking with girls, you know, and hanging out with them at a, you know, just out in public. It was like that was something that was like the norm. But now, if you do see like a guy and a girl together, it's like wow, like you know, like wow, you know, it's like it's surprising now when you see a guy and a girl walking together because it's not common. It's not common to see women being approached by guys no more. You know what I'm saying? And I think I know why. Like, cause even I'm victim of this whole experience because even I don't even approach girls like I used to once upon a time, simply because back then, for some strange reason, it seemed like the last 10 years have just completely changed. You know, I used to always try to hit on girls. I used to easily walk up to girls and just be like, hey, how you doing? You look nice. What's your name? What you got going on with yourself today? You know, and you want to take down my number? And it was always sweet. It was always cool. Like, here's 553-313. And it's just like, cool, I'll talk to you later. I'll hit you up later. You know, that's how it used to be. And my buddies could do the same thing. My buddies could, like, talk to a chick, get to know her, like, and maybe even kick it with her the same day. Take her out somewhere the same day, you know. You know, it was nothing for her to jump in the passenger seat and let you ride her around the city. It was like normal. But nowadays, I don't even get hyped up to even talk to girls no more. So it's like, because it's like, I've had many women like reject me more than I've had them tell me like, hey, yeah, I would love to get to know you. You know, it's just like when I started getting rejected, like back to back for really, I mean, I don't even know. I ain't the most strongest guy in the world. I'm not the most flyest guy in the world. I'm not the richest guy in the world. But, you know, I do have my own things. You know, I do have my own stuff together and stuff like that. But it's like when I started getting turned down a lot, I just really stopped. Because it started happening so consistently. Every time, it's like, you know, you get to talk to a chick, like if you try to flirt with her, you trying to get to know her, it's like it's always something where she rejects you. You know, either she say, oh, no, thank you, I'm good, I'm fine, but thanks. I'm in a relationship, I got a man, and you just be like wondering, like, well, why was you just staring at me then? Like, you know, like, well, why was you just literally staring at me, or why did you smile at me or something, like, you know, because usually women will give you a signal that, you know, before you approach them, you know what I mean? Or, you know, or if you like a real man, like most men, they'll approach a girl that they find attractive. But, you know, I know for me, I would never really approach a woman if she didn't give me some type of sign or some type of signal or gesture that she really is interested in me. You feel me? But then again, like I say, even when it got to that point, even when girls actually flirt with you, or they might smile at you, they might wave at you or something like that, do something spontaneous. Even if you go up to them, most of the time they gonna probably deny you. Chances are she's gonna say something that is just rejectful. You know what I mean? And you chances are nowadays you're just not gonna get a phone number, because most girls are afraid of guys having their phone numbers. It's just no connection no more. You know what I mean? Now a phone number has become like your social security number. So it's like, no, I'm not gonna give you my way of communicating with me. It's just like, that's why. This is why guys are not approaching no more, because they just tired. A lot of guys are tired of the games, the mind games, the gaslighting. The tricky behavior that some women operate in. You know what I mean? And if you do get a girl number, most of the time, if you do get a girl number nowadays, it's like, y'all know the drill. She starts to play these flaking games. She starts to ignore your messages. She forwards your calls. It's always something really petty after she gives you her number. And a lot of guys are just tired of it. A lot of guys are tired of the manipulation. And a lot of guys are just burnt out. I think that's really what it is. I think a lot of guys are just fed up. They just burnt out. They tired of taking women on dates, and spending all they cash and stuff on girls. And at the end of the day, the girl just rejects them still. Even after he takes her out and trying to get to know her personally, it's like they just take the food and the drinks, and that's it. It's like, you don't have it. You're not. It's like nowadays, it's like I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. It's like, this is why guys are not even giving women a chance no more. They, like I said, I be at the gym a lot, and I just see it everywhere, all around. It's like guys is not doing it no more. A lot of guys are focused. The guys are working on themselves. A lot of guys are building their businesses. And a lot of guys are finally getting out of the country for the first time ever and not focusing on women no more. And like I said, I personally think it's just that guys are just tired of being, used up. They just tired of being used up. A lot of the laws that's created don't favor men. Men just don't want to be bamboozled. They don't want to give their, all to a woman, all to have her decide she don't want to be in a relationship with you, and she cheats or she leaves or she divorces you, and she takes everything you've earned with her. You know what I mean? And you be paying like alimony every single month to a woman is no longer your woman anymore. And I think a lot of guys are just not going to take that route anymore, because the laws just don't favor men. You feel me? And nowadays you got a lot of women that like to set men up just for financial reasons. You know what I'm saying? Or just because women have women have like a privilege. It's like, I'm a girl, you supposed to be doing this. I'm a woman, treat me like a lady. And it's like the woman's privileges have gotten just out of hand nowadays. It's like I literally personally know that for a fact, because I've come in contact with several girls who've gotten around me, and they say little stuff like, smart, slick stuff, and it's just like, because I'm a woman, like, or because I'm a girl, you should do this for me because I am a lady, and it's just like, well, chivalry ain't dead, but when did it get to a point to where you're like telling a man what he should be doing for you because you're just a woman? You know what I'm saying? Is there anything that you can do in return to him? And it's just like, this is why a lot of men are not approaching women anymore, because they just not getting anything out of it. Just losing money, wasting time. And then when you do get this new chick or this girl that you thought was attractive, it's like I said, it's always some type of games being played, some type of mind games, like energy matching, power hungry, power texting. And it's just like, guys just don't want to do it no more. It is getting boring. You know what I mean? Like, Even on dating sites, even on dating sites. I don't know if you've been on a dating site for a long, any time recently, but I tried a dating site, in the past, and it's even difficult to even get to know women on dating sites because they're entitled, and it's like, well, why you're on a dating site if you don't want nobody to message you or something? You know what I mean? It's like a lot of girls nowadays, they don't respond even on dating sites because of the entitlement, that they probably feel. I don't know. Comment, let me know what you think, but I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening in my everyday life. I don't see guys being crazy for women. Like I said, I barely even see women pregnant nowadays. Like, I see a bunch of girls walking by themselves, and you might see a group of girls kicking it together, and they're all in a group, and they might all look good, and they got on nice outfits and stuff, and it's like, but they're dancing with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like guys is like looking like, I thought you was getting dressed up, and I thought you was looking nice and fly for a man like me to approach you, but the guys are not approaching a woman who's in a group and a clique of other women. Like, it's just don't feel right for a man. And so that's why guys are ignoring women. It's like nowadays nowadays it's a little different too, because nowadays it's like women just they go overboard with their looks and stuff. Like, and they trying so hard basically to get a guy to approach them, I guess, but it's not working. I see some girls out and walking around. They have the tightest leggings on, pants so tight you can see a quarter in the back of their pocket. These girls nowadays are like showing everything. They like showing you their body shape, tight pants, tight upper shirts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And as soon as you go approach them, or as soon as you try to get to know them, it's like she might think you're weird and like get away from me, and then she might run. She might run or call the cops or something. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's like, well, why are you coming out of the house with this type of clothing on if you don't want nobody to be attracted to you? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't know. I just see a lot of girls nowadays going overboard with the makeup. It's like it's too much makeup wearing nowadays with girls, and it's like a lot of guys are just turned off by that because it's not real. It's not realistic. It's not like original, or it's not natural. And so you got girls, I guess they're thirsting for attention now because guys are not approaching them no more. So you got a lot of girls that seem to be thirsting for attention when it comes down to her appearance. And guys are still not approaching. Guys are still like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather keep my peace, my happiness, my money in my pocket. Because I went down that road many times before, and the only thing I get out of it is, either I might sleep with her, or she might give me a hug. That's about it. You know what I mean? And like I said, I think guys are awakening from the illusion that a lot of women have been doing for all these years to guys just for selfish gain. And guys are nowadays, with the economy just going crazy and stuff is tight for a lot of people. I think it's just not worth the limits. Is not worth the squeeze anymore. And guys is just staying out of it, staying out of trouble. I've heard countless stories where guys have got locked up over girls nowadays. You got guys nowadays, they got their cell phone now recording chicks that catch fits with them, just so they can't go to jail. Because if the cops come and she say he did this to her or did that, he is more likely to go to jail than she is, because it's just the women's privilege that they have. And I think, like I said, I think a lot of guys are just tired of it. It's not that guys are, and you might hear girls out there say, well, oh, yeah, they're all on the down low now. They're all bisexual, or, like you'll hear girls come up with so many excuses as to why guys are ignoring them. It's not even true. Okay, this is the reversal psychology that women try to play because, again, they don't want to take accountability for the fact that just guys don't want to approach them no more. So a lot of women always twist up everything and make it seem like guys hate women, but they don't. We don't hate women. Guys want to approach women but we can't approach women because the level of entitlement and their egos now have become so inflated that a guy just won't approach her because she's so high maintenance, or she got on a ton of makeup and 6 layers of weave in her hair, and she, you know what I'm saying, she looks like, you know, she looks like, leave me alone, I'm too fine for you. You know, and this is why a lot of guys is not approaching girls no more. They just, girls, a lot of girls, not all of them, but most girls nowadays have become just too full of themselves. Just too full of themselves. Every girl thinks she's pretty and she's the queen. Every girl thinks she's the best thing ever. Every girl will tell you she don't sleep with nobody. Lies. Every girl says that they're celibate. I mean, it's all so common now that I know what I'm saying. You've heard it a million times from the same thing from every girl. No, I don't sleep with. I haven't had a boyfriend in 1 year. Oh, I haven't messed with anybody. I'm celibate. Like, you hear the same stories from the same chick. I'm pretty. I am pretty. I know I look good. Like, you hear this from chicks that probably ain't even a 5. You know, I'm thick. I done heard girls say, I'm thick. You know, look at my thighs. Look, and you got, I mean, and you're not, and most of them are not even really thick. They're overweight. You know what I mean? They're overweight. Don't work out at the gym. But they've, again, a lot of women have reversed things and psychologically manipulated the truth because they don't want to be held accountable for nothing no more. You tell a girl, what does she bring to the table? She say, I am the table. It's just so, it's too much entitlement and too much ego that it's not even funny and cool no more to even approach a woman no more. It's like, nah. Guys are like, nah, I'm having a good day. If I say something to her, she's going to give me the rejection slip. I already know how this goes, and I'm done with it. I'm going to keep my happiness today. I'm going to feel good all day. If she approaches me, fine. I might, you know, lead her on. But they not approaching women no more. I can tell you that now. All right, so this is why men are ignoring women. Comment below. Make sure you subscribe if you like this video. It's your big brother Trend, man. Peace. What's going on, man? It's your big brother Trend. You tuned in again to another exclusive video. Today is Wednesday, April the 9th, 2025. And I'm back at again making another video. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I want to talk. Some SHIT. But nah. So I was just sitting here thinking, man. And some of y'all already know where I'm about to go with this. I would have put this video on normally it'll go on my other channel, on my men's Red Pill channel. So if you're watching this video from the Red Pill channel, welcome back. If you're not a part of my men's Red Pill channel and you're a man, join by clicking the link below in the description section. In the comment section, you'll see it for my Trend the Big Bro channel. But I was just sitting here thinking, man, who is pushing this agenda where it's making modern women think that it's cool to be lonely or it's cool to live life without a man? Like, who is pushing this? Like, where's this coming from? Because it literally seems to be diabolical. It's almost like Lucifer is pushing this agenda and making women think that it's cool for her to be independent as a woman. Like, I'm not understanding that concept. I don't know no animal in nature that thinks that they don't need the opposite sex animal in nature. It's silly, bro. Like, I went to this little restaurant spot, man, and I'm literally gonna stop going there because every time I go, it's the same scenario. It's like chicks is going out with their friends. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 girls is going out with their friend girls to sit at a table and eat food to impress their friends. I mean, I don't understand it. I really don't understand where this whole philosophy, this modern woman mindset is coming from. Like, are women getting dolled up and cute to see other women nowadays? Because that's all I see. That's all I see nowadays. I see chicks with their friends, you know, going out in twos, stopping their friends from getting numbers from guys, you know, downplaying the fact that somebody wants her friend, trying to keep her friend from getting hollered at or, you know, getting chosen. Like, I don't understand it. I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm trying to make it make sense. What is the problem with modern women? Why have they become so strong mentally, so mentally strong? You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell these girls nothing nowadays. And a lot of these girls, to keep it real, I'm gonna tell you, like, from personal experiences, a lot of these modern women, man, are very mean. Most of these girls are mean. When I say modern women, I'm talking about most. Most of these girls are mean. They got bad attitudes. They got foul mouths. And it's just not ladylike. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but it's just not ladylike. And it's really undesirable at this point. It has become undesirable to the point where you got a whole gang of guys out here nowadays that's single, man that's doing good, man that's working, got good paying jobs, you know, might have his own car or might have his own apartment, and he doing decent. A lot of men are doing decent. But you got these modern day girls, they so silly that if they find a man or they get a man that actually got a good paying job and he does well for himself and he knows how to take care of himself, she sees that as not good enough. How does that make sense if a man is not just taking care of himself and he's doing all good all by himself, but he want to be with you, he want to try to get to know you, and you will shoot a guy down like that? You wouldn't want to talk to somebody that's doing good with their life? Like, I don't know if y'all seen that balloon pop me show, but you got men going on the show, bro. You got like 7, 10, 8, 9, 10 girls lined up going on the show. These guys probably personal trainers, probably got their own business. You know, some of the guys that I be seeing, they built up, got nice tone, muscles, you know, they healthy. And you got girls popping balloons because they saying stuff like he's too in shape. Man, you got girls popping balloons because a man, he has his own production company or